Okay, we're here at GoToMath.com doing some Julia programming. This is tutorial 2, and this one will be part 3. And we're running a simulation of a die. Of course, we're going to expand it to the roulette table here shortly. And remember that we're trying to find the average number of trials. That is, we're going to tally up all the times that the number on top of the die occurs, and then until at least anyway, never mind. Let's move on. Tell you what, I haven't done any videos in a long time. You can tell I'm a little rusty. So this is where, remember, we hold, we put all our, this is also known as the frequency. Okay. Yeah. So there's another way actually of doing this, because what if, we had 1,000 zeros? What if, we don't want to create, and what if we want to be dynamic about it and use it as an argument in a function, which we'll do here, I think maybe on the last tutorial. So what we're going to do is create the array using a loop. And the push method is we push in from the right hand side, we're going to push a 0 in, right? It pushes it in from the right at the end, I guess you could say. All right, so as you can see here, we created one real quick. We called it H, and it created us a 6-element array. So this is probably the easiest way to do it, instead of putting H is equal to, and let's say 38 zeros, creating an array with 38 zeros, right? Now, there are other methods that Julia has that will do this for you, called the zeros method, but we're not going to get into that, okay? Because you can do this one here with pretty much like JavaScript or whatever else, some other programming language. All right, so as you can see here, what if we had 38? 38 of them. Now, of course, I don't know, we got some little question mark in a box here. I'm not exactly sure what this is. However, it does say it's a 38-element array. Okay, it says that, but it's not really listing out all the elements in the array. I don't know what the story is with that. Let's see. Let's find out where is that at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is there? Maybe it's just a way of shortening it up. I don't know. H of 9. Let's see, 19, 18. That's strange. I don't know. What's at H of 9? Should be 0. Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't know. Whatever. Looks like we need to move on to something bigger and better. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's look at the actual script now. Let's bring that up. And of course, I've already went ahead and wrote it out for you. Yeah. So, okay, as you can see here, we went ahead and remembered the sum of t is equal to 0. This is E is standing for the number of experiments. In other words, the number of times we're going to redo this over and over and over and over and over again, and we're going to keep up. Now, this part right here, remember, this is creating the array. Notice that the push there. So this is going to actually create that array that has 6 positions in it. Whoops. Something happened to the screen there. All right. And now the while loop, as you can see here, while I is less than 6. Okay, so this is where we're going to actually be going through that process. As you can see, R is equal to ran 1 through 6. We roll the die. We get a number. right? We put the tally in. Okay, this right here, this 4C is equal, or 4C is 1 through 6. Now what this is going to do is, this is going to go through and check each one of the positions. If each one of those positions in the array is greater than 0, okay, then we continue the process again. But if it looks like that each one of those positions in the array has a number greater than 0, okay, that's when we stop. All right. And of course down here, this is where once we stop that process, we're going to sum up all those tallies and keep track of them. All right, and then we continue that, run those experiments 1,000 times. When we get done, we take that sum of t divided by 1,000 and get the average, and then print out the average. All right, printing out the average. So what we need to do is do it. Let's come up here to the top. Now remember what you can do now to bring this, invoke this whole thing. Let's just highlight this so I don't have to type all that in. Do a copy and paste. Remember, come up here to the top, do a right click. Okay, go down to edit and click on paste, and that will paste it in. I don't guess we're going to be able to see the whole thing here. Got a limited screen here, the screen capture. All right, well, we went ahead and pasted it, hit enter, and ran it. It says the average number of trials. So it took, 14 trials or so. You can round that to 15. Right, so we rolled the dice 14 times. Yeah, hit the upward arrow key. We got 14.92, 14.62. So by rolling the die, it's taking on an average of 14 times to roll the die to get at least, to get all the numbers on the die to come up at least once. 15, yeah, number of trials